So it was the roast beef. It really was.
You are a normal, regular civilian. Act like it. You are a normal, regular civilian.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and welcome to What the Fuck Was That Translation Services. We're going to go ahead and get started, as this may take a while. What Vicky said was, don't play with that girl, Vicky. She is not one of them. One little baby say, we're in Miami in the middle of winter, and we on these jet skis. The fuck you talking about? Now, we're going to go ahead and break that comment down. Hi, I'm Lisa, and welcome to What. What you think about Lil Nas X? I think. Oh.
This bitch is funny, I think.
Because I fucking can, bitch. That's how the fuck I talk. If you got a problem with it, bitch, we can fight. Bitch, when I see you, it's all safe, bitch. I'ma beat your ass, bitch, and I can talk however the fuck I wanna talk, bitch. Because I fucking can. One, two, three, oh, one, two, three, oh, one, two, three, oh, one, two, three, oh,
How does she do that? Kind of weird. Oh. I think that Whoa Vicky girl tries to like learn me or something. Which is kind of scary. But what would a therapist say about that? Like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I think it's interesting that like the first half of your life is free. Like, in all honesty, like the first half of my life, like I just basically had like one eye open. Like everything's free, and I wasn't even really like, I didn't feel like I was even doing anything with my life. Like I don't even feel like I was doing anything. Like it's kind of like not true, but I definitely my first half of my life, I was like I'm not really trying to be hard on myself, but I'm like a very active person, and when I think about the times I was like lazy and stuff like that, like all I was doing was like having fun, which is like not laziness really. Like I've never been the type of person that like wants to lay in my bed all day or like watch movies all day or anything like that. But I mean, there were points where it was like I wasn't really, I was just like not actively doing anything, whether that be like this is like really weird too, because it's like I remember, TV 14 stuff like on USA, the USA channel, like that type of a channel. And, sometimes I would like watch a movie. Like I really enjoyed doing that. I remember like TNT had that movie about like these like rock caterpillars that would like climb under the thing. I think around that time I saw Kevin Bacon and maybe he was in that movie, but I wasn't really in those movies. But like, I enjoyed just like sitting there watching some movies, but um I've just been I've just been doing like a lot of shit. And I think one really, 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 really fucked up thing is like in 2009 when they were trying to like kidnap me, and they did kidnap me, like my whole, not only was my life ripped away from me, but my life also ended. So I had spent 21 years just like constantly doing shit. Like 2 years before that, I would be at school at 8 a.m. And even on the weekends, I'd be around classmates learning and doing stuff till like midnight. Like, and it's like, then you fast forward 600 days, and all of a sudden, my whole entire life, my mind has been ripped away from me. My body has been captured. Like, my whole entire life, like they put it up in flames like it never existed, that I didn't have anything. And like all of a sudden I was just like held captive in my fucking house, not doing anything. And like they tried giving me heroin. They tried they, like, wanted me to be bulimic, like, anything and pills to get me to think I don't know, it's so fucked up, though, it's so fucked up, and in this weird way, it's like addition. It's, like, that simple, which is, like, I think, the glass icing on the poison cupcakes. It's like it's just so fucked up, and all this stuff's real. None of this stuff's magic. None of this stuff's like and this isn't happening in outer space. Like, this is literally, like, year by year by year. Like, this shit is fucking real. And then all of a sudden, it's like then I have recent fucking shit. And it's like I don't even know really how to describe it besides tenfold. Like the first thing that comes to my mind on how I would describe this shit is fucking tenfold. Like I almost feel like a fucking slave. Like I'm not even lying to you. Like what these people are fucking doing is like fucking Hitler type of shit. Like I literally believe that the stuff that's going on is as bad as what happened during the Holocaust. Like and like when you put it into perspective, it's like why? Because like I said, this stuff isn't in outer space. This is actually real. Like it's it's no one wants to think about it, but I have to think about it because this is my goddamn fucking life. But it's like, do you take into account the past two segments and say this is like foreseeable in a sense? Like, why is it like the Holocaust? Like, what's different about segment one and segment two to make segment three the Holocaust? Like why is it the Holocaust? And like one thing I can think is that like I'm back to like being in segment one, where it's like I have some type of like like normal life again, where like I go outside and I interact with society and it's not like me being in a classroom being instructed and told what to do by perverted teachers. It's like it's something with me being able to be like active in my environment again. And like honestly, like I said last night, I said, you know, I guess the minute Satan thinks that like there's really no hope for me, like with like she's not gonna choose to burn in hell, she's not gonna commit any crimes, she's not gonna sell her body, all these things, like everything that they try to do, like I'm not like any all the hardships that I've had to go through because of Satan. Like I haven't once thought, well, maybe I'll be bad today. Like maybe I want to burn in hell after all. Like no matter how mad or violated I feel, like fuck you. This is like this is still my body. That comes down to it. It's still my body. It's still my mind. It's still my soul. No, and no matter how many times you anger me or you violate me or whatever it is, you rip things from my fucking possessions, you're never going to have my body, my mind, or my soul. And I don't know if it's now like this come to be at this point of like now it's just rage against the machine type of shit. Like we're supposed to have all this fucking power of destruction. We're going to destroy everything. We're going to make everything miserable. We're going to turn life on, upside down, inside out. Like we're going to show you who's boss. Like we get to destroy everything. We get to violate people. We want to violate people. Like now it's like, because I don't know, it's like, well, there's not much else you can do. You can try to paralyze me and you can try to make me homeless, but besides that, there's like, like, God forbid any of those, like, God forbid Satan's allowed to do all that shit to my fucking life and me. But I mean, obviously Satan will never give up, probably. But also it's like it's almost like, I think when I'm in life, when I'm doing this, like this third segment where I'm engaging, and I'm not around teachers telling me what to do. We don't All of us kids don't have to be silent and listen to a teacher jerk off. It's almost like it's infuriating Satan and Satan's wife and being their daughters and sons. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they think it's unfair that I'm out there, like, because when I'm doing these things, it's like they're having less power of like choking me or something. So it's like, in order then to compensate for that, they're trying to make shit so fucking insane. And it's like literally fucking insane. And then like what makes me mad is then like when they try to do what they do and I end up talking to them or seeing them, they try to act like me. They try to act like a normal human being. Like it should be like, but we're serial killers, so like she should live in fear that she's gonna be killed or something every second of the day. I mean, what do you think it is? What would a therapist say? Like, we're all serial killers. We get to be here. We have more rights here. You're just our company, basically, and we get to, you know, do whatever we want whenever we want to. You no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's like basically what it is. They have to have all this power and control over me. And whenever they feel like they don't have it, something like bad happens. They always have to have it. It's like fucking retarded. They're fucking retarded. It's like no one the funny thing about it is like no one remembers your victims. Like no one remembers you as a serial killer. Like believe it or not. No one remembers any of you as serial killers. No one feels threatened that you're going to kill them. they remember your sex addiction and how they never want to ever be anything close to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're all little kids being frightened away from like the pervert that's, asking us if we want candy. Like that's really what you guys are at the end of the fucking day. Because at the end of the day, you can't have that type of, control or power over any of us where, and I don't know, like people really don't like submit to sex addiction that well. Like people just don't submit to like being kidnapped. They don't submit to being the the object of the sex addiction, or like being the victim of a serial killer. Like people don't, just generally speaking, don't submit to that well. So for all these like crazy ass reactions about this person's not submitting well to this, I mean, that's just like common sense. The fact that you guys have no fucking common sense isn't anyone's problem. Like the things that their expectations are ridiculous, and it's unfortunate that I kind of fell victim to them like when I was 20 years old, but the shit they were doing was very very fucked up. Like it was mind-blowing. Like my mind was fucking blown to fucking pieces. So it's like it's unfortunate and I'm not going to live in the past. But it's like, that's never going to happen again. Like ever, ever. Like ever, ever, ever. So it's like, what are you trying to do today? Because no one, it's like you really can't make someone like submit to your like disease. It's not a good look for anyone. Like I'm actually a normal fucking human. You know what I mean? Like I dress pretty well, I look pretty well, I act pretty well, all these things. It's like then you have these diseased people everywhere. It's like it's awkward. It's like, and it's like so stupid, but it's like their way of like it's like these they can't like communicate well. It's like, but this is so much power and control we need over you, and it's like it's never gonna be met. Like it's never gonna be fucking met. And so it's almost like I almost feel like some days or every day, like it's almost like I'm having to pretend that like, oh, you got me, you know? It's just like, oh, yeah, you guys have got us all. We're just like these we've been given all these sedatives, you know what I'm saying? Like all these sedatives, and we're just like going out throughout our day because you have so much control and power over us. It's fucking childish when you really like boil it all down. It's fucking childish. Like it really is. Like all this is so fucking childish. But I gotta fucking go.